Romesh, a middle-aged man, works as a cart driver in a small town in India. Every morning he wakes up early to load his cart and sets off from the local market. His delivery route often takes him through a small forest that connects to nearby towns. Romesh has a real fondness for animals, especially elephants, creatures the villagers consider close friends. On that particular day, the sun was mild. He drove his cart, loaded with fresh vegetables as usual, and turned onto the familiar forest road. From a distance, Romesh suddenly saw a large shadow appear in the middle of the road, forcing him to hit the brakes suddenly. It was a big elephant, walking straight towards the front of his cart, moving slowly, but with clear purpose. Romesh immediately turned off the engine, opened the car door, got out, and stood still, watching with a mix of respect and caution. The people on motorbikes behind him also stopped. No one seemed annoyed. They simply watched. However, this time, the elephant did not just pass by. Instead, it approached the front of the car and slowly knelt down. Its eyes looked straight at Romesh, almost as if it was trying to communicate something. It's filled with a deep sense of longing and uncertainty. Romesh instinctively knew something was wrong. He had never seen an elephant behave like this before. The elephant did not make any loud noises or attempt to move away. It stayed kneeling, its gaze firmly fixed on him. Without a moment's hesitation, Romesh took out his phone and called the nearest police station. His voice on the phone sounded genuinely worried. Something is very strange. The elephant needs help. 15 minutes later, a motorbike quickly arrived carrying 2 policemen in bright uniforms. The 2 policemen got off, walked up to Romesh, and saw the elephant still kneeling in the exact same position. With their experience, they quickly understood that the elephant was not acting randomly. It was asking for help, a silent plea. One policeman gently waved his hand, trying to calm the elephant, and then stepped back to see where it wanted to lead them. As if it understood their intention, the elephant slowly stood up, turned around, and began to move deeper into the dense forest. The 2 policemen quickly followed the elephant, making sure to stay close enough without causing any stress. Romesh was also invited to come along. His truck was left safely on the side of the road with a guard watching it. The forest gradually opened up into a patchy red, muddy grassland, and the 3 men stopped. Right in front of them, in a deep mud pit, was a baby elephant stuck in the slippery ground. The baby elephant kept struggling, but the pit was just too deep, and the walls were vertical, filled with water and thick mud. The mother elephant stood on the bank, making repeated trumpeting sounds to calm her panicking baby. Only then did the 2 policemen fully understand. The mother elephant had left her baby to go out to the road and find help. They immediately called the coordination center and asked for more people to come and assist in the rescue. Just a few minutes later, 4 young men from a nearby village were quickly gathered, bringing hoses, shovels, and ropes. Romesh stood by the pit, his tired eyes intently watching the baby elephant's every tiny movement in the mud. Oh, no one said much. Everyone divided the work naturally, starting to work together to save the little elephant. Some people dug the ground, others cleared any obstacles, all while ensuring the mother elephant did not get too upset. The mother elephant stood a few meters away, her eyes never leaving her baby, occasionally crying out with choked sobs that touched everyone's heart. A policeman used his hand to signal to the mother elephant, as if to quietly tell her, "Trust us." Everyone felt a deep sense of emotion, seeing the powerful scene of motherly love right before their eyes. The rescue work began by carefully digging one side of the pit to create a gentle slope. The mud was wet and incredibly slippery. Each time the hose went down, it sank deeper, making digging an extremely difficult task. The 2 men took off their shirts, putting all their strength into digging and lining up bamboo boards to stop the ground from sinking back down. Romesh wiped his forehead with a towel, then went to help push the heavy mud blocks to the edge of the pit. The mother elephant occasionally approached and then retreated, worried, but importantly, she did not attack or interfere. A policeman kept a constant eye on the mother elephant's reactions, making sure everything remained under control. The steady sound of hoses and shovels echoed in the grassland. Mixing with the determined calls of the rescue team, each meter of land was cleared. With great effort, the slope of the pit gradually showed the necessary angle. The baby elephant was visibly exhausted, lying there panting, its eyes wet as if it wanted to surrender. A young man bravely climbed down, gently patted the baby elephant's back, reassured it with soft words, and carefully checked its body. Luckily, the baby elephant did not have a broken leg. It was simply exhausted from the cold and the slippery conditions. The police decided there was no time to hesitate any longer. It had to be brought up as soon as the slope was low enough. 2 men went down into the pit, supporting the baby elephant's body, while 2 others held the board firmly. One used a long stick as a lever, gently pushing the elephant's hips, too. Guided up the slope. All the others were silent, anxiously watching this critical life-or-death moment. The baby elephant struggled, its front legs kicking at the slippery soil, to try and climb the newly dug slope. Each time it slid down, everyone encouraged it and gently helped it a little more. On the 3rd attempt, the baby elephant gathered all its last strength and slowly crawled up the slippery hole. Cheers immediately rang out. Everyone breathed, a collective sigh of relief, as if they had just won a difficult battle.